Hi Sanam, my name is Raj. I recently come from India to the University of Manchester where I'll be studying engineering. So I am a new student and I'm a bit unsure in terms of what are the different things that I can get involved in, and I'm pretty keen to get involved with Indian students. And a few of my friends told me about NISAU, the National Indian Students something. So could you tell me a bit more about NISAU and also what I should be doing to get involved with it and how the whole thing works?
Of course. So first of all, Raj, welcome to the UK and welcome to the University of Manchester. So to your question about NISAU. So NISAU is the National Indian Students Union UK. We are the body that represents students like yourself who come from India, as well as students who are born and brought up in the UK and are of Indian origin and are studying at different universities, or indeed are alumni of different universities in the UK. The University of Manchester actually has one of our affiliate societies there. So there is, in the UK, all universities tend to have different societies. So there are very many Indian societies at all the universities in the UK as well, at most of them. Manchester has a flourishing Indian society, the University of Manchester, and the Indian Society of Manchester, and there are affiliates. So by virtue, you should definitely sign up for membership at the Indian Society of Manchester, and by virtue of your affiliation with them, you automatically become our member. But I would also encourage you to go to our website www.nisu.org.uk and sign up there. Membership is completely free of cost. And what should you be doing? That was your other question. Well, the UK is a brilliant place. The UK is a brilliant place for ideas. The UK is an amazing place for innovation and entrepreneurship. And I believe that every Indian student, and indeed my team believes that every Indian student who comes from India has a unique combination of academic proficiency, of entrepreneurial talent, and of this die-hard spirit and this DNA that we have of Jugaad. That is nothing but creative entrepreneurship, isn't it? Use those to the best of your capabilities, use them and exploit the opportunities that are in the UK. The UK is a phenomenal place. When there isn't an opportunity, there is the opportunity to create one. So do that, use all those and do that. And for that, we are here to help. We are the body that represents you throughout the UK. We have more than 7,000 members throughout the UK, as well as in India, some of them who've returned to India. We often get hits from Russia, from China. So we've got presence throughout the UK at all these different societies. More than 20 societies throughout the United Kingdom are actually affiliated to us. And then we have a number of direct memberships. We work with organizations such as GOPIO, which is a global organization of people of Indian origin. We work with key stakeholders like the UK government, the Indian government. So you can be assured that no matter what your concern is, it will reach the right stakeholder. If you have an issue to do with immigration, for example, in the UK, we're there to support you. We play a very, very active role in immigration policy making and make sure that people like you have a voice in that, because it directly affects you. Equally, you are an Indian citizen. So if you have any issue with India, anything you'd like to raise, or indeed wanting to make your voice heard, we make sure that that voice reaches the High Commission of India, the Ministry of External Affairs, and indeed other departments in the Indian government. Over and above that, if you want any careers advice, we have a partnership with the National Career Service, which is part of the UK government. So you're more than welcome to avail free of cost services through the NISAU and through the National Career Service. Finally, if you are looking to just feel at home, a home away from home, NISAU provides you that, and your Indian society at Manchester and all the other universities which have flourishing and prosperous Indian societies will provide you that. So in short, NISAU is your home away from home. And we can provide you the platform to network with, liaise with, connect with, and engage with stakeholders, senior people, as well as people like yourself throughout the country.
This is great, Sanam. This is really very reassuring for me. I mean, it was quite difficult for my parents to send me. This is the first time I was actually going away from home.
Right.
And to actually know that, get the advisory services, the career opportunities that I'll be getting via NISAU, free of cost, that's brilliant. I was actually a bit more keen. You did touch a bit upon the cultural aspects and the home away from home aspect. Could you tell me a bit more in terms of what are the cultural opportunities that I could get with the Indian society and more specifically with NISAU as well?
Absolutely. So there are two types of events that we do. There's a micro level event which an individual society will organize. For example, I'll use your university and I'll use the Indian Society of Manchester as an example. They have amazing activities planned throughout the year, ranging from Holi to Diwali to India Week. And so, they do a number of these things, cricket matches, Bhangra nights. Bhangra nights at Manchester are amazing, by the way. I love their Bhangra nights. So there's that aspect that you can get involved with. And then with NISAU, you can get involved with our events that we do. We do more sort of consultative services as well as more on the lines of macro level events where we have, for example, honorary fellowships. So our honorary fellows, which is the highest award that the union can bestow, is actually currently held by none other than Mr. Javed Akhtar and Mrs. Shabana Azmi, who, as I'm sure you're aware, are very, very senior figures in the Indian film and media industry, and indeed generally culturally. We also have a youth icon. So in 2014, we bestowed our first ever youth icon award on none other than sensational Indian singer Arijit Singh, who's made waves and is an inspiration to youngsters like yourselves and us for rising so quickly and showcasing their talent and making Indians proud all over the world. We also organize events. So on the 27th of March actually, and you should definitely come along, we've got an event with none other than Vidhu Vinod Chopra, who is a topmost filmmaker, director, producer. You've heard the names PK, Three Idiots, Munna Bhai, Lage Raho Munna Bhai, and now Broken Horses, which is his first Hollywood debut. So you should definitely come along. This event will be held at SOAS on the 27th of March, Friday evening. So you should definitely make it free for all, entry by registration.
This is brilliant, Sanam. Wow. I mean, I couldn't even have thought of all of this while coming over to UK, that I would be getting all of this free. Wow, that's astounding. It'll take me a minute to digest all of this information. I actually had a concern. So while I was coming over here, quite a few of my friends told me about the difficulties in finding a job in UK after graduation, and in general there is a lot of negative thoughts being associated with UK compared to a lot of other countries, US. I know you did mention in terms of it is pretty vibrant, and you did touch a bit in terms of the immigration services as well. Could you elaborate a bit in terms of what is the current status generally? I mean, is that true? What all the facts have been happening?
Sure. So whilst the UK has some amazing educational institutes, I mean, British education is fantastic. So you're here, when you come to the UK, your main aim is to study.
Definitely.
We understand that one of the key drivers, because at the end of the day, education is not, it's not the end. Education is a means to the end. So, and the end is a prosperous family for yourselves, a vibrant job, a good career, good professional aspect. So we understand all of that, and therefore the recent policy changes in immigration in the UK that have come across, we are speaking with all concerned stakeholders on that. We have recently, it's one of the biggest asks we have of the UK government, is that they need to be competitive in the global landscape, because like I said, education is not it's not an end, it's a means to an end. And in today's globalized world, when you have competition from countries such as the US, Canada, New Zealand, Dubai, Britain needs to get competitive in terms of the job opportunities. Having said that, there are many job opportunities. So yes, it's a little bit more difficult now than it used to be, but if you're a deserving candidate, I assure you the visas won't be an issue. Where they have been an issue, we are advocating, we are fighting a battle with the government on that. We've recently spoken at the House of Commons at the all-party parliamentary group that was raised to figure out the impact of the cancellation of the closure of the post-study work visa. The evidence we gave, both oral and written, and numerous other places and forums that we've spoken at, whether it's the regional Pravasi Bharatiya Divas organized by the Ministry of External Affairs, whether it's the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas that was held in India in January, whether it's the Westminster Legal Policy Forum, or whether it's the APPG on post-study work visa. We've spoken at all the relevant forums, and we've brought about the result that you would want, which is for the post-study work visa to be reinstated, is in fact the conclusion of the APPG. So hopefully we should have something favorable coming our way soon, but I would like to stress that the educational quality that is available at British educations is fantastic, and Britain is a world of opportunities. So like I was saying before, those three qualities, that spirit, the creative entrepreneurship, the academic proficiencies, and the hard work that Indian students can bring, the world will be your oyster. Just use the opportunity, or just create it for yourself.
This is absolutely brilliant. And before I ask anything further, let me just thank you for all the work that you've been doing on behalf of me and all the other Indian students. It is really great, and I'm not aware of any other body in any other country actually doing the work that you're doing, and all of that for free by the sounds of it. So that's really great. Thank you for that.
You're absolutely welcome, and you're absolutely right. We are the only body of such kind outside of India that represents Indian students anywhere in the world, and we will be taking this further now. The ambition is to, with the help of students like yourself, if you join us, to spread it throughout the world.
Definitely would be keen to get involved. Just out of curiosity, I mean, I guess what we haven't touched on upon is what led to the formation of NISAU. How did it get started? What is the thoughts, the brains behind it, and how long has it been active for?
Absolutely. So NISAU started about 3 years ago. Like I was explaining earlier, most of the universities will have Indian societies, and I used to head one of these Indian societies back in 2011-2012 at the London School of Economics, which is my alma mater. So when we were at the LSE, we did some phenomenal work. We did an India week where top stars ranging from Rishi Kapoor to Ajay Jadeja to Lord Karan Bilimoria, name it. We had all aspects of India covered in that in that 1 week. So it is from there that we realized that there was so much duplication of effort that was going around throughout the country, and that surprisingly, there was nobody that would unite Indian students or young people of Indian origin, and that is where really NISU was born out of. So we're very young, we're only 3 years old, but in those 3 years we've grown leaps and bounds, we've grown exponentially, and today we're representing you at all top forums.
This is absolutely brilliant, Sanam. I mean, 3 years and the work, the sort of people that you're engaging with, the sort of issues that you're raising, it's absolutely phenomenal. In terms of, I mean, as you mentioned, NISAU is only 3 years old. What next for NISAU? What are the future plans, and how more can we get involved in?
Absolutely. So one of my big asks is that you join us. Join our team, join the NISAU committee. It's a voluntary position, but you will get so much out of it, both in terms of having done something for your cause. In terms of plans that we have some huge plans. One, of course, is to maintain momentum and grow even further. So there is always opportunity to grow. So in the UK, again, we want to become the voice that everyone knows of, so that when Raj next comes to the UK, he doesn't have to ask what NISAU is. That's the position we want to get into, and we are making exponential progress towards that for sure. So that's one thing. The other thing is we will soon be launching the Overseas Youth of India, which is a grand plan we have. We're working on it just now. So if you want to get involved in this global organization that will look after and become the bridge connecting young people, the youth of India, outside of India, with India, then join us. So you can connect with us on www.nisu.org.uk. You can email me, president@nisu.org.uk. You can email with any query my secretary on secretary@nisu.org.uk. Like us on Facebook, connect with us on Facebook, tweet at us, get in touch, and be part of the movement that will define how India is seen through the eyes of its youth, as well as its general perspective throughout the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanam.
You're most welcome.